Hello everyone. In this video, we're gonna learn how to calculate the lateral surface area and the total surface area of prisms and cylinders. A prism is a 3D figure that has two parallel bases. If you look at this one, this is called triangular prism, where bases are triangular right here. So a lot of students make mistake. They always say the base is the bottom, but it is not the case. Keep in mind, in a prism, two bases always parallel. So this is triangular prism. This is right triangular prism where bases are right triangle. And this is the net. When you open 3D figure, you get a net. A net is a 2D figure of a 3D figure. When you fold a net, you get a 3D figure. If you use a net or you use a 3D figure to calculate the lateral surface area or the total surface area of the prism, you still get the same answer. Alright, a cylinder is a special shape of the prism. Why? Because it still has two parallel bases where bases are circular. Right here and right here. If you open a cylinder, you will get a 3D figure right here. This is called a net of a cylinder. Right? Look at this one right here. I have the circle on the top right here. Okay, this is called, I can say this is a cap. So I open the cap backward right here. I get this one. The bottom right here, I open it forward. I get this one. The middle one right here, I just cut this one in half and open this one to the right. I open this one to the left. I get a rectangle. Alright, let's take a look at the formula. The lateral and total surface area of a prism. The lateral area of the prism equals P times H, where P is the perimeter of the base. H is the height of the prism. Height of the prism is the distance between two bases. So if you look at this one, here's the height. Here's the height. Or here's the height. If you look at this figure right here, the height right here, because you have two bases right here. This is two bases. So the height must be 6. Now you have the second way to calculate the lateral surface area. You just identify the base. Okay, so you exclude the bases. Exclude the bases. You just calculate the area of the faces around the figure, and that is the lateral surface area of the prism. Alright, the total surface area, you use the lateral surface area and you need to include the area of two bases, which is this one and this one. That's called total surface area of the prism. Alright, the cylinder, you do exactly the same thing. The only thing different between the prism and the cylinder is the cylinder has two parallel circular bases. So you need to use the circumference of the circle and the area of the circle to calculate the lateral surface area and total surface area. Okay? So let's take a look at the first example right here. We need to use a net to find total surface area of triangular prism. Now, if you look at this one, this is actually the net of this 3D figure right here. Alright, so you know that when I fold this net, I will get this 3D figure. So, if you look at this one, if I fold this side length right here, and this side length right here must go together. Right? They net to each other. So this is 5, this is must be 5. Keep that in mind. This guy right here, 3 centimeter. This guy next to this guy, right? So this is 3. This must be 3. This 9. This must be 9. This must be 9, and this must be 9. All right. So I call this is the error of the base right here. I call A1, and then this is the bottom, and this must be the top, right? So the bottom and the top should be the same. All right. So this one right here and this one, I call this, it turned out to be 3 faces. This one, the front right here, the back right here, and the bottom is right here. This is the bottom. All right. All right. So now we need to calculate the error of each face, and we add them up, right? All right. That's called lateral surface error and the total surface error. Okay. So let's take a look at this one. Question asks you to find the total surface error. Okay. So you need to calculate the error of each faces, and you need to add them up, right? Alright, so basically, I know that A1 right here, this and this same thing. So I just calculate this one time, and I multiply by 2. And remember, this A3, A2, and A4 right here, they are different, right? Because the side length different, okay? So, look at this one, A1 right here, right? This is right triangle. So, A1 equal base times height. Base equal 3, height equal 4, because you have the right angle right here. Right, base times height, right? So it's gonna be 3 times 4 divided by 2. But since I have 2A1 right here, so I don't need to divide by 2. I just take this one, and this is gonna be 2A1, right? So it's gonna be 12 square centimeter, right? So this is A1 on the left, A1 on the right, should be equal 12 centimeter, right? Because each of them should be 6, so it's total 12 centimeter, right? Now, A3 right here, this is 5, this is 9. So A3 should be 45 centimeter square. A2, this is 4, this is 9. So A2 equal 36 square centimeter. A4, this is 3 and this is 9. So A4 should be 27 square centimeter. Now you just add them up, right? So you have 12, you add 45, you add 36, and you add 27. And that is your answer. So 7, 6, 5. So it's going to be 2 carry 2, right? As this is 0 carry 2. 3, 7, 10, and 12. So it should be 120 square centimeter. Alright, let's move on to the second example. Second example asks you to find the lateral surface area of rectangular prism. So you just exclude 2 bases. Okay? So you know that this guy and this guy are 2 bases. Because when you fold it, right? This guy on the top, this guy on the bottom. Okay? This guy in the back, this guy in the front, this guy left, this guy right. Alright? So it's very simple, right? So you just include the bases. Okay? So A1 right here. A1. You have 2 A1 right here. So you just calculate 1 and you multiply by 2, right? This is 5 times 4, right? A1 equal 5 times 4.2. Right? So it should be 21 square centimeter. Alright? Now, A2. This guy equal 2.9. This guy equal 5. This guy must be equal 5. So it's 5 times 2.9. Alright. So 5 times 9 is going to be 45. You need to write 5 carries 4. 5 times 10 is going to be 5 times 2 is going to be 10. 10 and 4 is going to be 14. Right? So it should be 14.5 square centimeter. Right? Alright, so you need to multiply this one by 2. So it turned out to be 42. You multiply this one by 2. It should be 29, right? And then you add them up. So it should be 71. This is the answer of the lateral surface area. Okay? Let's move on to the next one. This one right here, number 3. Using formula to find total surface area of a prism. So, the total surface area of a prism equals the lateral surface area plus the area of two bases, right? Alright, so lateral, we need to calculate the lateral surface area first. So lateral surface area equals perimeter times height. Perimeter. Alright, so look at this triangle right here. We use Pythagorean theorem to calculate the side length right here. Alright. So this is 3, this 4, this must be 5. If you use Pythagorean theorem, it should be 5 centimeter. Alright. So I call this s, okay? So I have s squared equal 3 squared plus 4 squared by Pythagorean theorem. So s squared equal 25. So s equal root 25. And then it's going to be equal 5 centimeter. Alright, so this is 5. So perimeter equal 3 plus 4 plus 5, right? So it should be 3 plus 4 plus 5. Multiply by the height, it's going to be multiplied by 6. 3 plus 4 plus 5, it's going to be 12. 12 times 6, it's going to be 72 centimeter square right here. Alright, now we need to calculate the total surface area, right? So we need the area of two bases. So because the basis right here is going to be right triangle, so the area of one base, I call this A1. So A1 equal 3 times 4 divided by 2. So it's going to be 6 square centimeter. But because I have two bases, so I need to multiply by 2, right? So it turned out to be 12 centimeter square right here. Alright, now the total surface area. The total surface area is going to be equal 72 plus 12. So it should be 84 square centimeter. And that is the answer. Now, next one. We need to calculate the total surface area of this cylinder. Alright, so we have the formula right there. Actually, a cylinder is a special shape of the prism, where its base is circular. Right? Alright, so we use the formula right here. Alright, so we use the same formula. So lateral surface area of this cylinder equal perimeter times height. But perimeter of this circle is the same thing as circumference. Alright, so it should be 2 times pi times r. Or d times pi, right? 12 pi. Now you multiply by the height. The height equals 3.5. Alright. 12 pi times 3.5 is 2. So it should be 42 pi. Alright, this is square centimeter. Alright, now next one we're gonna talk about the area of the two bases. So area of the bases equal pi r square. Alright, so it could be pi times r. Diameter equal 12, radius should be equal 6, so it should be 6 square. So it should be 36 pi. Since you have two bases, so it should be 72 pi. Now you add this guy up, right? So it should be 114 pi square centimeter. And this is the answer for this question. Now, let's move on to the last one right here. A cylinder has a height that is 2 times as large as its radius. Alright, so I don't know radius, I just put this R. So the height right here must be equal 2 times R. The lateral area of the cylinder is 16 pi. Alright, square units. What is the length of the radius of the cylinder? What is the height of the cylinder? What is the surface area of the cylinder? Round your answer to the nearest square unit. Alright, so solution. Alright, so question number 1. What is the length of the radius of cylinder? So we use the lateral surface area right here. So the lateral surface area of the cylinder is going to be lateral surface area formula is going to be perimeter times height, right? Alright. Equal perimeter, which means circumference, right? So it's going to be 2 pi r times height. But height equal 2r. So I just put it to 2r instead of h, right? Now lateral surface area equals 16 pi. So I let this one equal 16 pi. Now I substitute value, right? So now 2 times 2 it could be 4 pi. So this is 4 pi r square equal 16 pi. Divide both sides by 4 pi. So r square equal 4. Check square root both sides. R equal 2. Right? 2 centimeter. Okay, so the answer for question A is what is the length of radius? This should be 2. Now B, what is the height of the cylinder? Okay, you have the radius 2, you substitute over here. The height should be 4. Now, what is the surface area of the cylinder? Which means you need to find total surface area. Alright, equal lateral surface area plus the area of 2 bases. The lateral surface area given is going to be 16 pi, right? And then the area of the base we need to calculate, right? So it should be 16 pi plus 2 times the area of the base, right? The base could be pi r square, but r equal 2. So it could be 2 square right here. Alright. So you have 16 pi. This is 2 square. It's going to be 4. 4 times 2 is going to be 8 plus 8 pi. Alright. So it should be 24 pi. Alright. So we bring up the calculator. So we have 24 times pi. It's going to be 75.398 something. But the question asks you to round your answer to the nearest square unit, right? So it should be 75. So the answer should be 75 unit square right here. And that's the answer, right? Please check out the playlist geometry for more videos, and it's a good time to stop. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember that if you failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail.
We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine.